Aquaba guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome to yet another Pillow Talk. I thank God for allowing me to see another day, breathing life into me. And I thank God for you, and breathing life into you. Today's Pillow Talk is going to be about envy and jealousy. Envy and jealousy. There are so many scenarios, so many different examples I can say about jealousy, and so many relationship forms. You can have a woman jealous of a husband or vice versa, friendships, siblings, but all forms of jealousy is wickedness and it's ugly. Let's talk about friendships. And I want to talk about my experiences. I never realized when I was coming up that I was envied by people who I was around because I came from a two-parent home. To me, that was the norm. I've always known my mom and my dad as a loving husband and wife. That was normal. I don't know what it's like to come from a single parent home or what somebody may have endured. My norm coming up, my mother was a stay-at-home wife. She took great care of the home. My father was the provider who adored his wife when he came home, and we had meals, three score meals and snacks. We had love. We had shelter. And, you know, I was proud of my parents and I was proud of the home because every time there was tax time or whenever my dad would get bonuses from the job, they were doing something new into the home. It was nothing of my own. I was just reaping the benefits of what my parents did. But yet, I had people around me who would come in the home and look at the atmosphere and be envious of me, as a kid. And I always hungered for relationships and friendships because I was the only girl and it was kind of lonely. And to have people jealous of you of things that you can't control is a hurtful thing. It's a hurtful thing because I'm the type of person I'm willing to share. If you don't have a dad, I can share my dad because my dad is an honorable man. You could be around my dad and my dad won't try anything. He is just a gentle man by nature. He's gentle. He has so much love. He would do anything. I would share my mom because my mom is full of wisdom. She would give life lessons. If you was from a single parent home and your mom was too busy working, my mom talked to many people that I had in here. Fast forwarding, getting into adult, realizing, there's no different from when I was a kid. Young fools, if they don't change, grow up to be old fools. People covered in little things like what you wearing or your hairstyle. And I just feel like it's just so ugly. It is so ugly. I remember a time when my mother had bought a living room set and her friend came and she was sitting on the living room set. And she knew it was a new living room set because the prior one, it was almost to the floor. And she was just sitting there, just acting like, and she was checking it out and was looking and feeling the interior of how it was made, but didn't open her mouth. And my mother, confronted her about that. And I was so like, woo, just don't pay it no mind. And she said, no, I have to say something because you can't be a friend of mine and know that I have something new and you don't recognize it, or you can't just say, oh, that's really nice. And you know that you're sitting on new furniture because the one prior was almost to the floor. And a part of me was, kind of embarrassed, but, you're right, because the older I get, you don't want nobody around you who cannot celebrate you, who can't be happy for you. If my girlfriend got a new house, I'm coming in there, oh my God, look at our new house. This is beautiful. A new car. Look at our new ride. Come pick me up. Let's take a ride in your ride. You know, people don't want nobody around that cannot be happy for them, that cannot celebrate them, that can't be happy for what they accomplished. Because you don't know how hard people work to accomplish the things they have accomplished. Some things come easy, but then there's some things that they really struggle. And all people need from you is, oh, I'm really proud of you. I'm happy for you. I'm praying for you. Why do you think when people buy new homes, they get a pastor to come and pray over that house? Pray any bad spirits, pray God protects it from fires and everything, burglary, no hurt, harm, or danger. Why do you think people do that? Because they know what they've been through and they know how hard they work to accomplish what they accomplished. If you from a city and somebody makes it out the city and move into a suburban area or another state in a beautiful home, clap your hands for them. And clap your hands. I've seen a lot of people who used to live in the city where I'm from and they moved to maybe another state, or like I know a lot of people moved to Delaware and got beautiful homes. Congratulations. Congratulations. If this COVID thing, ever, breaks, or if it ever be over, hey, I would love to come and see your house. I would love to come and see, because the same God that did it for them, I know he could do it for me. That's how people have to look. Or if you're pregnant, not with a baby, if you're pregnant with a business, sometimes you got to keep that thing quiet until it comes into fruition, because people are envious of a dream. They are envious of things that God put into you that he may not have given them. People are jealous of a dream. So if you have something that you're birthing inside of you and you're working towards bringing that out, no, you can't share it, because everybody's not like-minded. Everybody is not happy for you. Everybody don't know God, and everybody don't know to give a word of prayer. And it's sad. You see people on social media, oh, my haters, my haters, my haters. The ones who crying and screaming about haters all the time are the main ones hating, are the main ones who can't be happy for anybody, who can't say, congratulations, bro. Congratulations, sis. I'm proud of you. You're doing an awesome job. Do you know how far that go? That gives somebody encouragement, to go on, like, well, somebody's praying for me. Let me just keep on. You don't know when somebody's at the brink of like feeling like defeated or want to give up, but then you come and give them a word of encouragement, you know, that makes somebody's day. That makes them, give them another boost of, hey, I got this. I can do this. I have so-and-so praying for me. I have so-and-so who said they're proud of me, and I never knew that. But when you have people that's jealous of you, or not wanting to open their mouth and say, hey, man, this is all right, or girl, you doing your thing, then those are not the people you need to be with. Marriages. You can't be in a marriage or a relationship when the person doesn't trust you, the person is jealous of you, the person is jealous of everything you do. Everything is, oh, what are they doing? This new thing that we got here, let me check the phone. I'm married, but I'm not checking nobody's phone, and I don't want nobody checking in my phone. You have a right to your privacy just as well as I have a right to my privacy. My husband and I, we don't have codes on our phone. We lay our phones around the house, but I trust him. I'm not going to just go on his phone. What he doing? What he talking about? Who he talking to? He's not even from this country, so a lot of the things I don't even understand anyway. But even if I did, why? You might open up something that you don't even want to see. But no, if you trust somebody, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, because what's done in the dark comes to light. What's done in the dark comes to light. So I feel like in marriages, that form of jealousy isn't healthy either, because you're not trusting the person. And if you not trusting the person, do you really love yourself? Do you really feel like you're worthy enough to have this person? Because if you don't love yourself, how can you convince somebody else to love you? All types of jealousies are unhealthy. All types of jealousy is unhealthy. It's unhealthy. If you're jealous of your wife or your wife jealous of your husband, ask God to deliver you from that, because that could tear your marriage apart. Jealousy, if it can tear friendships apart, it can tear marriages apart. Siblings, why are you jealous of each other? Why? The Bible says in the last day your enemies will be of your households. It is an ugly thing to be jealous of your siblings or not love your siblings. I'm going to just be transparent. I've experienced it coming up. My mom had 2 kids before me. And it wasn't good for me being picked on because of jealousy, because she's married to my dad. But because of the kind of man my dad is, I didn't even know that we didn't have the same dad. I didn't know, because the way he treated me was the way he treated them. The same with me. I'm married to my youngest daughter's father. And my oldest daughter gave her a hard way to go. And my youngest daughter just loved her so much. Loved her so much. And yeah, it is hurtful if your biological father is not around. But if you have that person who stepped in to do the work of what that biological person didn't do, then celebrate the person who showed up to the party. Don't worry about the person who didn't show up. And then you taking it out on the innocent person like the kid that came from the person who the parent is married to. That is so unfair. That is so unfair, and it's just so dysfunctional. I watched my kids fight all the time, and mind you, they're 7 years apart. And it's just like, why are you fighting your sister? It's just so ugly. The lack of love, or setting terrible examples purposely because you setting somebody up to fail. But that's when that sibling just say, hey, I don't want to be like that. I'm going to go the opposite way, especially if you're not setting a good example. I'm not doing that. Jealousy is just wicked and it's horrible. And people are in the ground today, dead, because somebody was envious of them and set them up and took their life, all because they could not control their jealousy over that person. And what did it prove? Yeah, you took their body, but you couldn't destroy their soul. And at the end of the day, even though that person is no longer alive, that jealousy still remains in your heart, because there's somebody life that you have taken, and it's the fact still remain that person was the person that you was jealous of. But now you have to sit behind bars and you're alone with your own thoughts, regretting your actions and regretting the rage that you have to take that person's life, all because of jealousy. Or some people will set it up and try to set you up and try to destroy your marriage. I remember somebody was playing on my phone trying to act as if my husband was having an affair. This was years ago. And it was like the Holy Spirit put it right in me who it was. And so, because at that time I didn't have caller ID, I called Verizon Security. And what they told me to do, I did. And they made a printout and mailed it to my house of the person who was doing all of these phone calls. And when I got that phone call from that person again, I let them know, I know who you are. I may not know the person that's on the phone, but I know who got you to do this. Even if somebody says it in a jokingly way, I'm jealous. Because this person, she became jealous of me because there were a few times that she was in my home and my husband was coming home from work and he greeted me with a kiss. And she said, oh, I'm jealous, I'm jealous. But she said it in a joking way. And I never paid no mind. And I never addressed it. And my mom said, people will tell you the truth even through a joke. Even through a joke. So when people say, well, I don't have no jealousy in me, I don't have a jealous bone in my body. Well, the Bible will refute that and say, no, yes, you do. Because we're all born and shaped in iniquity and sin. So, yeah, you do have a jealous bone in your body. It's just what you do with that. Because you can't control what comes to your mind, but you can help how long you entertain those thoughts. When you recognize it's an impure thought, then you, oh God, please take that away from me. Please take that away from me. Let me celebrate this person. Let me be happy for this person. Well, that's like me being envious of somebody because they may have a better shape than me. Lord, they didn't create themselves, and Lord, just like I didn't create myself, help me tell this person, oh, you look good. So you wearing that. You wearing that. Practice compliments until it gets in you. Practice make perfect until it becomes a habit. Celebrate people. People don't want you hating on them. And most of the time, people are not wearing stuff just to make people jealous. They wearing stuff because they wearing stuff. Or they doing things because God blessed them to do things. It's just you already jealous of them. And so you thinking they're bragging when they're not. They're just being themselves. Well, guys, that's all I had to say for today. You know, guys, how I love our pillow talks. I love talking to you guys and I love just giving you some insight. But I got to get ready for work. So you guys be blessed. Have a great day on purpose. Know that I love you guys. Bye-bye.